Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of Crossing the Line, man. We got my boy Fat Joe here, a habitual line crosser. If you don't know, I'm talking about when he was calling Ashanti and Little Mo dusty bitches. When him and Ja Rule was having the verse, he like, pull them, man, let them dusty bitches come out here. And he got a lot of flack from black people, and Ja Rule even had to check him and be like, bro, come on, like you being disrespectful to co-workers. Cause that's what these rappers are. This is their job. This is work, you know what I mean? So that was crazy. And Fat Joe done said a lot of like out of pocket shit. And I'm gonna just be honest, I'm gonna rip the band-aid off right now. I don't look at Fat Joe as a hip hop legend. When I hear or think about hip hop legends, he doesn't even come to mind. He only has Lean Back, which Remy Martin was the standout and really made the song hot. Everything made that song hot but Fat Joe. The chorus was crazy, the beat was crazy, and then Remy carried the song. And he didn't really make her career. She already was popping from the MOB freestyle, where she was a standout on that against MOB and Busta Rhymes, and she stood tall. So I can't give him credit for making Remy who she is. She would have already been a rap legend, regardless, without Fat Joe or with Fat Joe. And I think Fat Joe, man, I low key just think he just got a lot of respect for being Big Pun's like right hand man, his best friend. A lot of people respected Big Pun and thought he was a stand up guy. So that's why Fat Joe got so much respect, because Big Pun had so much respect. And they was like, well, he ain't gonna have no fugazi ass motherfucker around him. So you gotta be solid, right? And I don't know, man. I think Fat Joe be a little fugazi, man. And I think really, I don't even know why, like, I don't even know. Fat Joe, like, I heard about the podcast. I wanted to watch because of Jada, but I don't even feel like dealing with, like, hearing Fat Joe sideways talking ass.
Let me tell you something.
I'm just be honest.
Election week, everything come down here, everything touch here. So, last night you go to the Knicks game, they got the Kardashians all front row. Like, this is like, let me tell you something. New York got a lot of stars, like celebrities, big time stars. Like, it's like they putting them up a deck now. They ain't just courtside. It's too many. It's too many superstars in New York City. If you look at it, the Kardashians is there, the Bad Bunnies is there, the Cardi B's, the Stephons, the this one, that one, the Sopranos, the this, the Tina.
And Joe, and I know where this is going because I already see that. I know I've been hearing that him and Joe Budden got some beef or some shit. Let me watch it before I even go crazy. Let me watch it, man. Maybe let me be fair.
In New York City. Now, if we was somewhere else in the B,
I don't want to go by a clip like everybody else.
Shit open all day. The courtside is open. This is a hard ticket to get.
Hard to get a ticket.
Hard to get a ticket.
I heard that. What was the most expensive ticket for the game? What, 500,000? Somewhere? 130,000?
I don't know.
Jadakiss don't care about this topic. He don't even want to talk about this bullshit. You can see the look on his face, even right here. Like, you can tell he's like, it's like when your boys talk about some shit you really don't care about, but you can't be rude and be like, bro, I don't give a fuck about that. Let's talk about something else. So he just trying to look at his body language.
Open all day. The courtside is open. This is a hard ticket to get.
Hard to get a ticket.
Hard to get a ticket.
I heard that. What was the most expensive?
He like, hard to get a ticket. He like, oh, here we go. He already knew where it was going.
For the game, what, 500,000? Somewhere? 130,000?
I don't know. It was 54,000 a seat. The game I went. I was tempted to sell it
or something like that.
I would have never caught a ticket again. You know that shit was 54,000 a seat.
That's crazy. I would never do that. I ain't gonna lie to you.
What?
The conversation not even flowing. It's like Fat Joe is trying to make them talk about it. Jada don't want to talk about that shit. He don't give a fuck about that shit. This dude is trying to keep it together and be like, all right, but he don't really care about it neither.
54 ticket.
Why not? Huh? Why not? Well, I've done it.
I can do a lot with 50 grand.
Yeah.
The New York Knicks, again, a Knicks floor seat experience is like a bucket list of life. That,
I don't know why. They just got good for a couple years.
So, I mean, I'll tell you,
They've been
I mean, you know,
bad my whole life, damn near. They had
So let me
errors,
tell you
but
something, man. I've paid that much, even more for boxing matches.
Nah, I
Like
don't do that.
when, you know, the shit is crazy because your man Edgar Berlanga, little man Edgar Berlanga fight Canelo. I'm out there with my family in Vegas. His manager, they gave me some suspect. Suspect for me is I'm not going 10th row. I'm not going 5th row. I gotta be front row.
So you want all the
Cause
stuff.
somebody you don't like, your enemy, gonna come sit right at, you know, it's like we call that the Joe Budden seats. You know them second row.
bro, it's corny, bro. That is so corny. Even the segue is so forced. Fat Joe, you come into this rap game. This is our home. You playing for the away team, nigga. You better relax yourself. Don't be disrespecting no black creators, man. You better chill out. Joe Budden more of a rap legend than you are. And I stand on that 1,000,000%. What you gonna say? You got one hit, he got one hit. He can freestyle better than you. He can write better than you. More clever, more witty. His delivery is better than yours. Fat Joe, you need to relax. I don't know what the fuck you smoke. You need to chill out, my boy. That shit you talking about is nonsense. You sound very immature.
I don't even got
You ain't got a
a hood.
hoodie?
I don't
Yo.
even got a hood.
Yo, listen, them second, third row, that ain't, I can't do it. I gotta sit front row. I'll give you my experience.
What do you call them seats?
The Joe Budden seats.
So you telling me that you thought it'd be a good idea to go on the podcast, force some fake podcast beef, episode 3, which means his podcast is not popping off the way they thought it would. Probably mainly because of him. If Jadakiss came out a podcast by itself, it'd probably do better. Just gonna be honest. And you decide to come and talk shit about everybody in the fucking stadium. Everybody that's sitting, you sitting front row, and you pretty much saying that you're too good to sit anywhere else. So that disrespects everybody in the fucking stadium. What is Joe talking about?
Them shit second row. You know, perfect example. Him and
I work my ass off. I put in overtime. I bring my family here. So really, no, we don't give a fuck what Fat Joe's saying, but don't disrespect me saying my seats ain't shit. I worked hard for these shits. This is why I low-key be happy some of these rappers, I don't want to see them get murked out. But some of these rappers that get robbed and all that, y'all want to sit here and constantly talk about how much money y'all have. I don't know if y'all know what the real world is looking like, but yeah, we at the point where niggas is willing to rob and steal and kill. People are financially fucked up. So no, I don't want to hear that shit. I don't want to hear this shit. The way the world is right now, who wants to hear that nonsense? Talking about you, man, I might not even be able to get through this shit. It's only 2 minutes.
50 got some shit. And I'm sitting courtside, and 50
He
comes
was
sit.
right behind y'all.
Okay, but he's behind.
That's what Jadakiss is like, bro. How you dissing him? He was right behind you, directly behind you. So your seats cost $54,000 and his cost $45,000. Okay, $44,000. But he was behind me.
Those are
Are
great.
anything?
Listen,
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
It's AA and BB.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but the man had a little something going on with 50, and why God put 50 Cent front row, and he's in like third row. Like, that would bother me if I was Joe Buttons. It happened to me before. It happened to me before.
Why would Joe Buttons buy the seats that he wants? I remember because it was going viral, but Joe Buttons was with his girl. So what are we talking about? He was with a bitch. Fat Joe was there maybe with 50 Cent. We don't even know if he literally texted 50 Cent, was like, yo, you want to go to the game? Yeah. He just so happened to be sitting next to him.
when we
Now,
just
listen,
squashed
if he
the
didn't bump in the fifth, would he have a nice
You
experience?
got a good seat, but the problem is you gotta always expect the enemy might come front row.
Yo,
No,
what are you thinking?
Jadakiss want
the enemy will come.
Jadakiss want to be like, bro, you sound stupid as fuck, bro. You talking about you want your enemy is sitting behind you. And yeah, it's a basketball game, so we know it's nothing's gonna happen unless either one of these guys was fucking completely nuts. But
Come front row. Look what happened to Joe Budden.
I guarantee this podcast is not gonna be around in a year. I give
I'm gonna
it
give you another one.
6 months.
I went to a Babyface concert.
Unless, no, you know what's going to happen? He's going to start having a bunch of special guests on to carry the show. If it lasts more than a year, it's because they're going to have a bunch of special guests that people want to hear from.
All right, again.
I gotta hear it. Yeah. I'm going to a Babyface concert. Once again, 50 Cent is the culprit. We just squashed the beef for 50 Cent. Everybody's cool. I'm in the second row. Latina got me the tickets up second row. The man come and sit in the front row, right in front of me. Yo, Crack, what's up? Yo, hi, Mrs. Crack. I was like, oh, never again.
Fifth?
Yes.
It's just fifth, then.
No, he's just like, it's him.
Why does another nigga's actions affect you so much that you willing to buy tickets to flex that you don't even want? Because, ladies and gentlemen, remember, he was like almost sold. There was 54,000, and the first thing he said was, I almost sold the tickets. He said, I almost sold the tickets, and he said, I'll never buy tickets like that again. You gotta think. He just told on himself. He didn't even want to buy them tickets. If he did, the only reason he would is because he knew the podcast was coming out, and he was like, oh, I'm going to sit in front of Joe Budden's just so I could say this on podcast. And if that's the case, that's dumb as fuck, because you just spent $54,000 for a moment that's not even going to give you, not even close to that.
I'm telling you, he might be like, yo, where Jade at? Third row? 3C? He'll come to 1C. I'm telling you. This guy is notorious for this. I learned my lesson that night. I was at the Babyface concert. I said, yo, Natina, don't ever. I don't care if it's Patti LaBelle, Stephanie Mills. I'm front row.
Yeah, that's not toxic. Now we see why she left his ass.
I won't go.
That's not toxic.
I feel you.
If I can't be front row to anything, I'm not going. You sound stupid, sir.
I am not giving.
It sounds real stupid.
The opportunity to sit in front of me. It's just, I don't know. It happened to me. Is what I'm trying to tell you.
That's because Spanish niggas be insecure.
He don't like that shit. You ain't saying that.
That's why Spanish niggas don't want their girl to go out for real. They'll be at the club. A Spanish nigga be at the club with some slippers on, wondering where you at. You could be at your best female friend's house eating dinner, and they gonna be right there. And what they do is they try to FaceTime you. They try to act like they miss you so much, but it's really just them trying to like find a way to check up on you. So they'll call you a lot, FaceTime you a lot, try to pretend they really miss you. Oh, I just want to see you so bad. I miss you so bad. Everybody knows Spanish niggas insecure. That's a known thing.
Man.
So what Fat Joe's really saying, I'm not gonna have no niggas. I'm not sitting behind no niggas. I'm not sitting behind no niggas. That's what he's saying. If his enemy was Spanish, he probably wouldn't even care. He doesn't want Joe Buttons, God forbid, he's in row 2 and Joe Buttons is in row 1. He don't want no niggas behind him. Or, wait, he don't want to be sitting behind niggas. He don't want to be sitting behind no black people. I'm the only one that caught on to this?
The seats cost me, let's just say.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm not going to waste no more time on your day or my day. Listening to this is painful to hear somebody that's his age talking like this. He sounds very immature, very insecure, and I think when it comes to rap and podcasting and who Fat Joe talks to, I think black people, we need to be critical of him and let him know, look, this is our home. You're on the away team. Proceed with caution as far as who you decide to pick beef with and choose, cause we ain't dealing with we not dealing with no bullshit here. All right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, that's NJ Cheese crossing the line. This is episode 4, man. Fat Joe crossed the line. He's a habitual line crosser. So my boy gotta be on timeout, man. I don't know, man. None of this what he said rubbed me the right way. Pause. 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 It all rubbed me the wrong way. Pause. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. I think Joe Buttons is a better artist and podcaster, of course. So he's one of the top podcasters. So of course Fat Joe was gonna start his podcast with some random beef, because this is what promotion is. This is how you promote your brand. But all right, y'all, ladies and gentlemen, I'll holler at y'all next. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace. Cheese.